I'm bringing us back just one floor below where we left off, just so we can, do our little introduction, as it were. I went back to town. I picked up some curatives and some MP stuff and some tents and things like that. Actually, I didn't buy any tents or anything like that. I want to show you this so you guys can see. This is why you need to manage your inventory in this game. I didn't realize I had half as much of this stuff. I have like 14 medicines. I've got like 6 golden flasks. I got 4 tents, 2 sleeping bags, and 5 return rings. So we're set. I actually technically didn't need to leave, only apart from the fact that I needed to go do my chores. I needed to go do my laundry. I needed to get, some adulting done. So all good that we left, and we used, I think, one of our return rings to get back home anyways. I wound up spending some money, and I wound up getting some HP honey and a couple other things that increase our max stats for our hero rooks here. So when last we left off, we were in Stavery Tower. We're going up. We made it to floor 5. We are looking to get through this place. I don't know what the end goal is going to be ultimately, because we have all the 4 card elements that we're looking for. We have Sylph, Ifrit, Merid, and Deo. Each one of those, wind, fire, water, and earth. We'll see what ends up happening. I know one story point that I'm not trying to blow the whistle on, so you guys can have that shock value. That's no spoiler effect kind of thing happening for you. Now, last episode, I was rambling on and on about video game industry and how I feel the video game industry has pivoted towards not being as imaginative and not taking any risks, and that's where the indie scene for video games has really shorn up the difference in video game development and pushed the envelope forward. Like if you look at games like Vampire Survivor or any of the platforms like Steam and their Next Fests that happen twice a year, as well as like the Epic Game Store where they have platforms for people to release their own indie games, and even Nintendo has allowed for indie games to have a place in their online store. So the one thing that I said about them was, digital versus physical. What are your thoughts? And my thoughts are that I am a physical copy person. I enjoy having a physical copy of the game. It's very much like a trading card. Where Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, baseball, whatever. I own it because I have it. It is mine. You can't take it away from me unless you steal it, and that is stealing. And you get these situations where these platforms that you pay a subscription to, if you do, or if it's like Steam and you buy the game and Steam loses the rights to the game, you lose the game entirely. It's gone from your library. You can't play it. It's just inaccessible. Even though you spent the $20, $30 on the game, it's no longer yours technically. It's gone. And so I feel like that's why having a physical copy of a game allows you to play it, very much like Arcana here. Oh, I just hit my desk really quick, sorry. So I'm playing this on my Super Nintendo with my setup and everything like that, and this game is only available currently on the Super Nintendo. And so you have this situation where if you want to play this game, you out there in TV land, if you wanted to play this game, you have to watch me play it. You can't play it yourself. You can scream at the screen all you want about making changes to where I'm going and what I'm doing. It's not going to do you a lick of good because I'm the one playing it and I'm controlling it. So if you want to play this game, you have to get the cartridge, get a Super Nintendo, get the converters, and play it yourself. And that represents the barrier of entry for a lot of retro game streaming. And I'm not just talking about me being a small-time streamer and you guys being, not subscribed or liking the videos or anything like that. I do this because I'm playing the games anyways. I love video games. I truly love playing video games. They are a focal point for release in my life, for allowing me the opportunity to imagine a different world, play as a different character, and be able to turn my brain off and relax. That's not all games that I play, but that's why I play video games in general. And so from that message, I want you to take away that it is better to have a physical copy, but realizing that the world no longer operates that way, and very soon will more than likely not operate that way at all, is kind of telling on where the market is and where the industry is going. So what do I mean by that? Well, I'm talking big words and it hurts your head, or you don't understand where I'm going. Video games in the next 5 years, I almost will guarantee there is we'll do statistics. There is a 70-30 chance that the majority of all video games will be digital only. And they will be through a paid subscription service that you have, very much like Netflix, very much like Disney, Amazon, Paramount, Peacock, whatever. You will pay for the subscription to play on that platform and have access to their library of games. And they'll have some really great games. I'm not going to say they're not going to be good games, but the minute that platform shuts down, loses access to a game, you don't get to play that game anymore. Those hours you spent making that character, gone. Think of it like World of Warcraft or any of the MMOs that have come before it and shut down. There are many people who invested hundreds of hours, maybe even close to thousands of hours into these long-running RPGs that now are gone, and no one has access to them. And there is a fanatical base for some of the games out there that do private servers and things like that. And that's one way to get into the game again, but you have to start fresh. But also, those run the risk of getting slapped with a copyright infringement and shut down, class action lawsuits and things like that. And so you run the high risk of, if you pay for those, we'll say private servers, losing them. So that's, take it from the MMOs sector of gaming industry, where if they shut down, you lose everything. And that's where I think digital is bad. Now, where also digital is good, from a green earth situation. You have all these peripherals, controllers, consoles, headsets, mouse, keyboard, monitors. You have the game cartridges. You have the Guitar Hero guitar. You have the Super Scope, the Nintendo Blaster. You've got all these things that you need to play certain games that are now becoming obsolete because you don't have the need to play that game anymore. You don't have the equipment to run that game anymore. Things like that. All right, what do we got here? Yay, Demon Mail. That's actually for Axe. That's actually really, really good. That's going to give him some really good defense. So where I'm going with that conversation is, like, I can see it. I can see where, like, getting rid of that situation where you don't want to have all this waste, all this e-waste, is really important for a green earth. I get it. It makes sense when you think about it like that. And you got not just you or I out there, you got thousands of people that have this stuff that need to have some way to recycle or disposition it. And I say disposition it, like get rid of it, So, yeah, that's where digital over physical is good. Now, the physical over digital is good is it becomes, going back to the baseball card or trading card analogy, it becomes a collector's hobby. I have a Super Nintendo collection that's a modest one that I quite enjoy collecting all the stuff that I played in the Super Nintendo era. And I find it fun to chase certain things and buy them and then show them to my kids. That's not for everybody, but that's just what I like. So you have this avenue for collection and archiving in a way. Some money, extra money, nice. So think of it like that. If you think of it as a collector's hobby, it's kind of cool, actually. You have this way of changing the scheme, as it were, changing the methodology, the mentality, as it were. That looks like progress, and I don't feel like I moved around this room over here enough. So I'm going to go back. So yeah. So what are your thoughts? What do you feel is appropriate? What do you think is when the market's going to change? I think within 3 to 5 years, you're going to see a somewhat, I don't want to say rapid, but advancement regardless of digital over physical. You're not going to be able to go to a GameStop or any other place like that and buy a physical copy of a game. Like even look at the Switch 2. They don't have physical. A lot of their stuff is you go to the store, you buy the console cartridge, and you buy the case, and they give you a code, a product code that you download for the game. Is that bad? Is that good? Do you care? You should, because it's going to be your money that's gone if that license is removed from Nintendo. So you should have an opinion one way or another. Not that you need to have a stance. So keep that in mind. I'm not asking you for a stance. I'm asking you for your opinion. I'm asking to have a conversation. I am not asking for a stance, because a stance automatically sounds like I'm putting myself at odds with someone who disagrees with me. So don't internalize this as strife or looking for conflict. Think of this as an invitation to make your claim on which you feel is better. And that's all. Alright, so now on this 5th floor, we've already encountered a bunch of new monsters, and we're seeming to get another one. This Dragonian is probably going to be a big heavy hitter. Ghosts punch pretty hard too, which is not cool, man. Ghosts are supposed to be corporeal, so how can they hit me hard? Do you have 58? I'm going to save your healing or your spells for healing. I'm going to use like lightning too. Ouch. Actually, I might do lightning 3. Just full send it. The fact that Axe every so often doesn't one-shot the bugbears is kind of annoying. Oh, alright, so, okay, so that's not bad. I don't want to find out how much the, let's do, heck it, let's do lightning 3. Oh, and it missed. You can take out this guy in one shot, so do that. And you just physical attack that guy. Okay, good. So he's got like over 100 health, so that's not ideal. Okay, so that's the stairs there. Okay, we'll be good. We'll be going straight down this way. Shouldn't have looked at the map. They ambushed us. Ouch. Oh, good. One-shot at him. Yep. Okay, Demon Axe has the Earth attribute, so it just does no damage. No damage. We're going to do dodge. Then I'm going to pivot to the Water Elemental, or to Merid, and just do heals. Because we need to get topped off a little bit. Oh no, the ghost dodged. Or we dodged. Oh, no, got a call. Right there, good. Nice magic. Restore all. Yeah, you may not need it, but Sala needs it, that's for sure. So yeah, full disclosure, when we started this episode, I had made my way up here and I actually had done the recording that I just had, the narration that I just did, the conversation. And I didn't realize I didn't hit record, so I'm kind of a little upset at myself for it. But at the same time, it's like, oh, darn. All right, well, lesson learned. Double check your recordings, knucklehead. One of the other things I talked about, and this will be a great segue for us to talk about now, is Do you think video games are an art form? Some people disagree. Video games are strictly entertainment. That is all they are. That is all they will ever be. They are an entertainment. Doesn't matter what they look like. They're just there to watch the pixels dance, and you control them. And it's like, all right, okay, I can see where you're coming from, but I disagree, actually. Personally, I disagree. The very first game that I thought was a beautiful looking game was Shadow of the Colossus. Now, being an older gamer, there's obviously arguments to be made for games like Final Fantasy VI or games like Chrono Trigger from the Super Nintendo, or even Mega Man. Mega Man's music is amazing, even from the Nintendo era. The Mega Man music in the Nintendo era, it's crazy. It's awesome. And some people disagree that it's like, no, video games are not an art form. And it's like, all right, well, no, that's actually very close-minded of you, because video games are a great medium for us to enjoy all manner of things. So, yeah. Now, from here, I have a choice to make. And I think my choice is to continue this fight. Let me know what you think your first game was that you were looking at and you were just visually, like, astounded that this was a game. This was a video game. That you were like, this is a video game? Somebody just made this and it's this beautiful looking? Like, there are so many games out there that are just pixel art graphics that I'm like, wow, that's astounding. Like, we did one recently called Replaced that was a very, very cool game. And it blew my mind how good the pixel art was in it. So it's one of those things. It's up to you. It's definitely a very personal aesthetic choice. Some games you gravitate towards. Some games you're like, I want all of that and more. I don't want to put it down. It's a beautiful looking game. Things like that. Where for me, Shadow of the Colossus. And if you don't know what it's about, for lack of a better term, I believe you're a self-appointed hero who is trying to right a grave injustice that has been happened outside the narrative of the game. You don't know what happened to this person, but you are trying to right a wrong where a person has died in your life that you love. And so you go about setting the path forward by taking this person's body to a temple. No narrative other than that. You are riding on your horse and you are going to this temple, and you go on this journey with this sacred sword to slay these colossi and bring about great change, is what I will say. And each one of these colossi have, unique mechanics, but it was like a beautiful, even for I think it was PlayStation. It might have been PlayStation 2. I can't quite remember which one it first came out with, but they did a remaster of it, and they just knocked it out of the park with the rework on the PlayStation, or the remaster. They just did a great job with it. But and it just reaffirmed the fact that video games are art. But where I'm going with it is that was the first game for me that was like really drove the point home. Yes, again, Final Fantasy VI or Chrono Trigger, or even games that are like, not the big ones. Like, again, the Mega Man one is just, the music is beautiful and does a great job. But isn't that, that, again, video games are a medium for experimentation and expression. And that's kind of why I also fell in love with them, because you can have an adventure and be almost anything within the confines of the game. Alright, so enough rambling like that. Hopefully you guys, understand where I'm coming from and resonate with it. Let me know in the comments what your thought processes are, if I'm just some weird old man on the internet being like, oh, he's trying to relive the golden days playing the video games. Like, yeah, I am. I'm not shy about that. That is 100% what I'm doing. And I want to bring these games to you in the future. 10 years in the future, 5 years in the future, tomorrow in the future. I want you to see these games. I want you to experience these games. Because these are not digital, that I know of at this point. that you have never experienced and will likely never experience, because I feel like it's a little bit of a responsibility factor as an older gamer for me to show this stuff, that it's there. This is where it was, and you, young person, potentially watching this, you're taking this forward. Good luck. You need to know where you were so that you can better steer the ship on where you're going. That's the whole truth of the matter. That's why there's a level of disconnect between each generation, is because we do a terrible job of communicating history. We do a terrible job because it's always shrouded in some biases. So, that's a whole other conversation. But speaking strictly to video games, and all this is, it's showing these stories that you can build on, showing these characters that I fell in love with, that your grandparents may have fell in love with, and these narratives that you can take and change and adapt and evolve. It's there right for you. Good luck. All right, so enough silliness, enough somewhat heavy conversation. We will continue on the tower. So now Axe has gotten fully kitted out. Let me change back to Sylph right there. And then these are stairs up, naturally. I don't think we need to keep exploring here. I think that we're going to be okay. Yeah, we'll go up. Now, hopefully we get into no more monster fights? Question mark? Alright, I don't know what's going on here. Alright, I gotta go around behind. Oh, darn it. Darn it. Curse you. No, don't waste the mana. Not that I don't have the resources, just don't. Just don't. You can whack these guys one hit. All easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's actually not even worth it now to cast Lightning 3 to kill the other 3. I mean, I guess maybe it could be. Especially if I can get a good solid hit. Alright. Well, I guess. Let's see. If we take out all 4 of them. Nope. Yes. 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 Alright. Alright. Alright, so worth it. They're just in a queue waiting for me. They are just in a queue, which is fine because I'll take the experience any day of the week. I'll take the cash any day of the week. It'll give us all the money that we need for all the next set of gubbins that we need to get, equipments that we need to buy. You should be able to one-shot that. Good. Yeah, I know that he just attacked and he was not necessarily the priority target, but still, I wanted to take him off the board knowing 100% certainly. Oh, there we go. There's our level up that we could take him off the board. Rook's going to level up 8 HP, 8 MP, 3 Strength, 3 Endurance, 2 Intelligence, 3 Agility. Restore all. Great, that's a cleanse. That's a cleanse for the entire party. That's actually really helpful. Axe going to level up 15 HP, 5 MP, 4 Strength, 2 Endurance, 1 Intelligence, 1 Agility. Okay. Okay, doesn't look like there's anything over here for us. Except for this one lone warlock that was hiding around the corner. Feel sorry, we just kind of came around the corner and beat that guy up. Oh, oh dear. This goes on in a completely different direction than I thought it would. Alright, we're going to have some fun. Let's go up this wall. And let's go around this way. And let's go around this way. Is there anything? Oh, there might be something there. Okay. Take out the one right there. Oh, why? I'm gonna have you cast lightning, I guess. No, we could cast the dodge. Cast the dodge. The dodge is the more appropriate thing. It is the more appropriate thing to cast. Alright. So now shifting gears back on focus to the game. Hopefully you guys didn't get too weirded out by the conversation topic. Alright. dodge. Good. Good dodge. Nice. I love it. We will cast... Yeah, cast the Lightning 3. 20 MP. We should be able to blap 2 of them. Hopefully. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Oh, that was less than worth it. That was less than worth it. You got hit. Yep, okay, good. We took you out. Good. Good, good, good. And then just auto attack that guy. Auto attack that guy. Dead. Nice. All monsters and solid gain to level up. HP by 7, MP by 7, Strength by 1, Endurance by 5, Intelligence by 3, Agility by 1, and she learned Attack Impair All. That's actually really helpful. That will be very helpful. Is this where I need to go? This is potentially where I need to go. This floor is quite large, though, so I don't want to miss an opportunity to... Alright, so I need to keep the wall in sight here. Dodge all. That is the priority to cast. Now I could flee from some of these fights, the ones that I feel are a little bit worthless or a little bit like too much of a risk, but at the same time, I don't want to lose that MP or lose that not MP, XP and money. I can't believe Axe missed. It's kind of actually frustrating. Whenever any one of my characters miss, it's kind of frustrating because they get way more attacks of opportunity than we do. Because there's 5 of them. Alright. Should be able to take that one out. Still there. Oh dear. Good. Oh, no. Darn it. There. Good. You're guaranteed to take this one out. Well, if I knew you were going to crit, I would have had you attack the other one. It's all good. All good. Monsters are all gone. That's great. Okay, so we got... oh, no, not equipment. I want to look at the map. Okay, so we got the wall here. And I will run myself along it. And then we're going to run into monsters. More ghosts. Okay. We're going to do... Lightning 3. The reason why is it should one-shot these bugbears. You remember 2-3 episodes, maybe even a little longer ago, how I said that we will never one-shot any creatures with our spells? I'm really glad I was wrong. Of course, they also have the opportunity to not miss their sleep spell, which is so great for them. So great. I'm so glad that they don't miss their sleep spells. It's so great. Oh no, don't go back to sleep here. Oh. It's so annoying. And I can't change cards when Rooks is asleep. Alright, so there's the wall. Bugbear. Just a single one? We'll beat you up. Take you up. Cool. And then map. Alright, so that's that stuff right here. Okay, so if I go this way, around the corner here, and then I run up this way, and go north. I'm assuming this is north. Maybe it's south. I don't know. Can I take out one of you guys right out of the gate? I can. That's great. Can I take out another one? Ah, darn it. Okay, took out 2. Okay, now we will do the dodge all. I wonder if changing to the wind attribute would lessen the chance of getting put to sleep. That would be very interesting. Just attack. Because you don't do a lot of damage with your wind attack to the wind creatures. Ouch. Ouch. And now they're going to put me to sleep. Darn it. Ah, if only. If only. You know what? Do it. Sure. Hey, hit all 3 of them. Oh, good. She woke up. Good. No effect. So he punches her. I'll put you to sleep. Oh, man. Alright, so... Okay. Oh, yeah, this is a much bigger room than I thought it would be. Alright, so do I have anything this way? No. Back attack. Ooh, and it's a bit of a big group. Okay, good dodges. I shouldn't have said anything. I'm gonna level the playing field. Never mind. Now I am. Okay, good. Oh, so close to dead. I guarantee that thing is like within 10 health of being dead. Alright, can you... I was trying to go for the big prize. So take that guy out, and then now we'll be able to take the Rylus out a little easier. Yep, perfect. And then take you out. Nice. Now I was going... I just spun into place in a circle, and now I'm going to take the same fight. I'm an idiot. That's okay. It's okay. They're worth quite a bit of experience, so it's not that bad. We'll save some MP. We'll just attack them. We'll take them out. Good, okay. Big chunk of damage to that one. Take that one out. And then swing at this one, get some damage on him. So they definitely have close to 100 HP. If not slightly over. Alright. Gonna let this episode go a little bit... Oh my goodness. Gonna let this episode go a little bit longer, just so we can try and get through here. Take this Warlock out. There. And take this one out. The minute we get to another encounter, though, is when I'm going to be uncertain. Alright, looks like, yeah. We get to floor 6. Yep, okay, so literally this was the only thing that was up here. Gotcha, okay. Oh, one too soon. Alright, cool. Alright, so we'll get to floor 6 and we'll see what time we get it to. Let's do dodge all. Yeah, you can never trust squirrels, by the way. They're completely nuts. That's our dad joke. Took long enough to get to it, right? And you're just like, that was it? We waited all this time for that? Unsubscribe. Oh, come on. I think this fight is gonna be one that we use for healing up. Take out the ghost, because that's the one that keeps on putting us to sleep. Oh no. Okay, good. This demon axe is really not helping us. I guess I could have cast lightning, but I don't want to keep burning through all the MP. But I guess I should. I should really be casting lightning. Oh, good, he's finally awake. I should have pivoted to Merid right there. Because now I can use this fight to heal. Yeah. Now I will just have you attack. That way you can save some of your MPs. Right there. Finish this one up. Perfect. And then attack that guy. Cast Smash. It doesn't do that much damage, which is great. Because that's going to be the one that we leave alive. Just attack. Right there. There we are. Perfect. Call. Merid. Get rid of you. And then defend. Now, HP Restore and Restore All are two different spells. I don't believe that Restore All heals us. It is only a status effect. I'm going to have her do that again. And I say her simply because it looks like it is a female character. Perfect. And this is kind of the situation you need to do a little bit of abusing for the system so that you keep yourself healthy and alive. All right, there, we'll finish this up. Cool. All right, so we turn. Instantly get into combat again. Water 3. Oh, really? Didn't kill him. Interesting. And we're going to go up the stairs right here. As soon as I put Sylphs back on there. Cool. Awesome. Up to floor 7, not 6. Up to floor 7. All right. Well, this was... let's go around on here. I'm going to keep this episode going. I really feel like we're getting into the end of this this place. And we'll... You know what? I'm going to stop. Busy Gamer Dad. I'll make this episode break right here. I'll come back. We'll pick up. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined. Thank you so much. Sorry for the stop, go. I just don't want to misuse your guys' time. And I know that you guys are taking time out of your schedule to take these videos and watch them in their entirety and know everything about me. And I do appreciate that. And I don't want to misuse your time. So we'll pick this up in the next episode. And I hope to see you then. Later.